Noah Leosio reminds me of Shakur Stevenson. So any of my subscribers or you guys watching this video, if you are aware of who Shakur Stevenson is, please holler at me in the comment section. Now, for those who don't know, Shakur Stevenson is a promising American boxer who's believed to be the next Floyd Mayweather. Now, I'm a huge fan of Noah. I think the guy has potential and I can't wait to see how his career develops. So the first Rugby Championship game between New Zealand and Australia, we had New Zealand winning 57-22 for Australia. Basically, New Zealand scoring 8 tries and Australia only scoring 3 tries. Now, obviously in that game, I believe that Australia, they basically put themselves under enormous pressure, and due to their inexperience and due to them still needing to find their way and to find or to develop an identity for themselves, New Zealand overpowered this young Australian team. So we're going into the next round of the Rugby Championship. So this game is taking place on a Sunday, South African time. This game will take place on Sunday morning at 8 o'clock. For many people, it's an awkward time to watch rugby, but us as Africans, we are used to watching rugby early in the morning, as we've done in the past, watching Super Rugby at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning, so it shouldn't be an issue. I've noticed that in Australia, this game is taking place on a Father's Day. Now, in South Africa, our Father's Day was in July. So, can anyone tell me who determines Father's Day, on what date it is? I don't know. Some countries' Father's Day is in July. In Australia, Father's Day is in September. So please, can someone just maybe comment in the comment section, tell me who determines Father's Day, what date it is, and all those things, please. So let's jump into the starting lineups for New Zealand and Australia. As we know that this game is a home game for Australia. The previous game was a home game for New Zealand, obviously. And we all know about the pre-match politics and things that went on, where New Zealand didn't want to travel to Perth. But I think sanity prevailed and they made their way to Perth. Okay, so the team that Australia is putting out, like I previously said, is a very young team, inexperienced team. I have to highlight Michael Hooper. The guy is a machine. The guy's work rate. He's leaving everything on the field for Australia and he's basically carrying the Australian team on his back. But Australia, we have James Slipper, who's a seasoned campaigner. Guy's been around. All the other guys in the Australian team is a very young team, inexperienced team. I must say that in the last 2 games between New Zealand and Australia, Australia actually stood up and they actually competed very well against the New Zealand scrum and tight 5, which is actually very surprising. So I think Australia, they should build on that. Then we have at number 10, like I said, the man Noah Leosio. This guy has potential to become a legend for Australia. They just need to protect him and give him opportunities. Even if he fails in a game or 2, they should keep on with him. With time, he will become better and better and better. And as we've seen, that most of these games he's played against New Zealand. And for a young man to play the majority of his games against the All Blacks, his personal stats won't look that great. But I mean, this is all valuable experience he's gaining, and with time, he'll just become better. Then I see that we've got Karevi, who's back in the team. Karevi has been MIA, or basically not playing for Australia for the past 2 years. Having a 2-year absence, the guy's back in the team, and I'm looking forward what he can produce at number 12. And then we've got the guys who now recently played for Australia, Cora Betty, Callaway, and Tom Banks at fullback. So that's the Australian team in a nutshell. I didn't go through every player, but we know that the Australian team is a team that's in the building phase, and I believe with time they'll just become better and better and better. With New Zealand, okay, New Zealand, they will always throw out a very competitive team, a very good team. And we've seen they've done that again. I've noticed that the three Barrett brothers are in this lineup, starting lineup. We've got Scott Barrett at number 5. We've got Bowden Barrett coming in at number 10. And then we've got Jordie Barrett at number 15. I've noticed that Mr. Ian Foster gave a couple of comments on what he expects from Jordie Barrett. He basically said that Jordie Barrett needs to calm down. I'm paraphrasing, but he said that Jordie Barrett needs to put calmness at the back. His coach is asking to be more calm. So then obviously with him, we've got number 14, Will Jordan, and we've got Rico Ione at number 11. The New Zealand team, like I said, they always put out a competitive team. I must also highlight that Ari Sevilla is being made captain. I think Ari Sevilla is a very good player. He's been a workhorse for New Zealand, one of the better players. Since the retirement of Kieran Reid, I think that Ari Sevilla, he basically put up his hand to say, I'm here. And Ian Foster and the New Zealand selectors by promoting him and giving him the captaincy for this game. Yeah, very useful New Zealand team. It's going to be very difficult for Australia to break down this team. Australia, they will come out to play. I think that they will put the bodies on the line to win New Zealand, especially on their home soil. But my prediction for this game, I predict New Zealand to win this game by 15 points. Like I said in the beginning, it will be very tough, competitive, but as the game goes on, I think New Zealand, they will pull away and win the game by 15 points. So guys, this is my preview of the Australia versus New Zealand game in Perth. And yeah, feel free to comment in the comment section. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing to my channel. And I'll catch you guys on my next video.